All right, Chooms, we are back in Night City. Just got done playing a little bit of Death Stranding. My Cyberpunk 2077 Nintendo Switch 2 game has arrived today, and I've played about an hour of it, at least the opening sequence. I did a corpo run, and I will say, first impressions, thumbs up. The only thing, and it's understandable, the only thing I don't like about it, and that I probably wouldn't play a ton of it, would be the fact that there are loading screens. Obviously, we have a loading screen here. This is the first loading screen, but that's the last loading screen you'll see on a PlayStation 5.
The information from Okada-san, very valuable. I also learned something through my own efforts. We must meet.
Where'll it be this time? Trash processing plant? Deserted N-cart station?
In the south of Japantown, there is a street market. It is on a footbridge above the main street. Use the elevators. It is easy to get lost. I am on my way there. Do not make me wait.
Yeah, so the only thing that I'm not a big fan of are the loading screens. It reminds me of the PlayStation 4. I guess I would say the PlayStation 4 Pro. And I can't really complain about it. The Nintendo Switch 2 is not a PlayStation 5. It doesn't have that capability. I'm not sure exactly what the capability of the Steam Deck would be, and if it has loading screens. But what I did was balance, so I could get a Steam Deck or a Nintendo Switch. Now, the Nintendo Switch is going to give me access to Nintendo games. A Steam Deck is going to give me access to play on the go what my laptop can do. So if I really want to take my games on the go, but with my laptop, just like the Nintendo Switch, it's portable. Just the laptop, just like the Steam Deck, is portable. I'd probably have to have all those consoles plugged in if I really wanted to play Cyberpunk 2077 for long stretches. What I can see the Nintendo Switch for is all the Nintendo games that I'll have access to. My primary want is Metroid Prime 4, and aside from Nintendo games, which is the Nintendo Switch's strength for me over like a Steam Deck, it's just it has. I have no idea what I was about to say. The strengths of the Nintendo Switch are the Nintendo games. Aside from that, Cyberpunk 2077, it's good on the Nintendo Switch. I like its different functions that it has for the ability to use the mouse or use the gyro. It's got different ways to play. The touchscreen works, all that kind of jazz. I don't think I would use the touchscreen too much. The more I play, the more I'll take some notes and kind of give feedback as I continue to play Cyberpunk 2077 on this road to Orion. 2.3 update is coming in 7 days, so less than a week to go for 2.3, and what updates will that bring? Excited to see what they announce. We'll probably get a red stream, hopefully within the next couple of days, so they can announce and talk about it. Maybe they'll do it the day of the stream, like on the 25th. It'll be interesting to see what we're getting.
He's mine!
I hope they continue to give us awesome stuff.
Backlog!
Did he kill the cop?
Fuck the beach!
Oh, okay. I am playing on very hard. But I like the capability of having Cyberpunk on the go. So the reason why I chose a Nintendo Switch for Cyberpunk, well, I didn't choose the Nintendo Switch for Cyberpunk. I chose the Nintendo Switch because I want to play Nintendo games. I also want to play Cyberpunk 2077 on the go, and this is my best option for it. That's why I didn't choose a Steam Deck, because I already have a portable device that does that. Probably
Deserted
better than
end
the
card
Steam Deck does,
station.
and that's my
In
Nintendo
the
Switch.
south of Japantown, there is a street market.
Sorry, and that's my
It
laptop.
is on the footbridge above the main street. Use the elevators. It is easy to get lost. I am on my way there. Do not make me wait.
Okay, so down on the street, talked. Okay, down on the street. Was there a down on the street? Down on the street was a mission. And then this mission is Gimme Danger. And now I've got Takemura Bazaar, Kanzaki Street, Japantown. Alright, so I have down on the street is talk to Takemura. And now for Gimme Danger is meet Takemura. Alright, so I guess we can do the Gimme Danger. I kind of want to meet up with Somi, but we're going to focus on some of the stuff we've been doing with Takemura. Let's go ahead and bring in our car. Not quite sure which one we recently had. Okay. Let's go ahead and back up here. This is one of the cars that I'm not going to be able to get for a Nintendo Switch's version. Switch 2, I should just say Switch 2. Not all the extras that I keep throwing at it. Nintendo Switch 2. Long-winded. I am playing on the Nintendo Switch with no HUD. I'm going to see how well I can play the game that way. I'm playing Female V Corpo. I do prefer to play Cyberpunk with no HUD on. I'm leaving the HUD on for this run just for the sake of taking some of the data like Gimme Danger. Alright, so this is by far my favorite location in Night City for its verticality. The entire city has great verticality. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, there is an elevator behind me. Thought there was one right here too. Oh, there's one across the way. I know there's an elevator here, but there's also one right over there. Go ahead and get across the street here. Just because I want to take a different elevator than I normally do. Yeah, the battery. Okay, so I guess there's another thing. Now, it is portable. I wish the dock was more portable than it is. I wish you could have a mini switch dock to where you wouldn't have to take this bulky dock thing with you.
I do not understand. Does Arasaka not have enough of its own people?
Look around, sir. Things are heating up in the city.
Hate to interrupt.
Suits know one spark's all it takes for
timing.
Pan Town to go up in flames.
Goro, good to see you.
As it is to see you, V. I acquired some information of my own. Do you know who most wished to honor Arasaka-sama with the parade? His murderer. The irony makes me sick.
What's in it for Yorinobu? Doesn't seem like the kind who'd care to honor tradition.
That is so. Japanese heritage is one element. Yorinobu will also put on a display of power. The floats are sure to be beautiful, but the wizened eye will see in them a hidden message to his foes.
What message would that be?
I am here, Gumindomo. Watch your backs.
Not one for subtlety, is he? Still don't see how this gets us anywhere.
I have had an idea. Look to the sky. The dash floats will pass precisely this way. If I could just get onto Hanako-sama's float, I could speak with her in private.
Get there how?
Why jump? Of course.
Expectations way too high, Goro. Couldn't pull that off even if you still had your fancy implants.
I have thought of a solution. While you are occupied with your shady dealings, I learned more about the floats. They are all kept in one place, Arasaka Industrial Park. It is there that they prepare them. We need only to break into the compound, find the right float and inject a virus into its system. You will then be able to disable any security before I sneak inside.
Gotta be honest, net running's not my forte.
It is even less mine. I have an infected shard. It was not cheap, but the man who sold it to me guaranteed it will work. Let us move on. To take control of the float is one thing, but not all. The security concerns me, the snipers especially. I will be an easy target. But I may have an answer. Okada-san mentioned the city cameras. If we gain access to them, we will see exactly where the snipers are. You can deal with them as I advance.
Think I see where this is going. Got me doing all the dirty work.
Do you wish to trade places? What exactly would you say to her? Hello, my name is V. Hanako-sama knows me. Only I can do this. And now, what would you say to a small test? We must try the shard. The camera control room is in front of us. You must get inside and infect the network. That is all.
Uh-huh. And in the meantime, you'll do what? Crack open a can of suds?
I will not touch alcohol. At work, I will watch your back. Now, get to it.
All right, some of the things that I have on my mind as I'm playing. Let me go ahead and get out of Takemura's eyesight. Otherwise, they'll think that I'm not doing anything. That's one way to do it. The other way is to go up through that grate and then come down through here. and take a ladder, I believe, or drop down onto this platform to use this ladder that I'm using right now. Did they fix the ladder issue? No, they didn't, did they? Okay. Alright, check for loot first. Get our shard. Another shard. Saxon chrome. Alright, sorry, I wanted to go into here.
Fucking worked.
One thing that they did fix was a lot of these connection points for the line that V takes out to connect. Sometimes it would not center up, or you wouldn't know what you're actually connecting to, but they seem to have fixed that considerably. Like it lines up with something that looks like it should connect, or it's slightly behind.
And
Done. System's ours.
the shard works. Good. The easy work we have done. To break into Arasaka Industrial Park will not be such a bed of roses. But before we discuss that... Sit. I have not eaten since yesterday. Give me the best on the menu.
I highly recommend the yakitori today.
Anything that isn't local, please.
Excuse me.
See you tomorrow.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but this Saka scum might actually prove useful.
Okay, so I've got too many thoughts in my head that are just running around. I want to do a 2.3 wish list. So let's do that. I'm going to maximize my 2.0. Alright, so 2.3. Okay, so some of the things that I think are going to happen with 2.3. Some of the things I can guess, just off the top of my head, a garage. Alright, so maybe they give us cars, or the ability to collect cars and put them into a garage. I want to say Flossed in Paradise, but it's the casino in this casino in space, right? It's not Flossed in Paradise, but casino near Oaks. New outfits for main NPCs. New cars. New customization options for V. One of my personal wishes is more arcades. Flying vehicles. We'll say flying rides. I don't know if they're going to let us flying rides or cars. We'll say that. Flying vehicles. Jackie montage now playable. Again, because I know that they have a team that has been working on a lot of the stuff that, well, a lot of the stuff. They have a team that is working on a lot of stuff for Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know if it's going to come to the Nintendo Switch 2. I imagine that it should. One thing that would be really interesting to see for the Nintendo Switch 2 is better load times. The most interesting thing that could happen would be maybe romance options. Romance option storylines. New apartments. New immersion. Let's say immersion activities. And what I mean by immersion activities are like you can go to an apartment at one of these apartments and you can sit down, play the guitar. You can play an arcade in V's apartment. You can sit down and watch the TV shows. You can take a nap. You can change the that would be one apartment customizations. New immersion activities, apartment customizations, maybe some new shows on the TV. New TV shows, new NCNet sites, working firing range. I've capitalized everything. Working firing range. More races. Races, I would say procedurally generated gigs. Because we have the car gigs that are infinite, and then the supply drops only in Dogtown, which are infinite. I don't know if the supply drops are procedurally generated or not. It feels like they are ongoing and endless. I do believe that. Whether or not they're procedurally generated on their location, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I could say that that is something that's actually going to happen. So that's about 18. But let's get 2 more. So flying vehicles, I don't think that they would create a new location. I mean, they may update the casino in North Oak. I keep saying North Oak, and I'm probably way off on that location. What is this location? North Oak. Okay, it is North Oak. Casino. I said casino near Oak. I meant casino North Oak. New apartments, maybe even a mansion. Mansion instead of apartments. New ending, maybe. I don't think they'll give a new ending, but I'm spitballing here and just throwing things like wildly out in the open. Look at how many NCPD gigs are out there. Let's just kind of look around the screen here. So characters, I don't think they're going to add anything new here. Journal, no, there's nothing. I don't think they're going to change the interface any. Maybe new weapons. New weapons. I guess new outfits for V. What else? Cyberware. I don't think they're going to add new cyberware. I guess maybe wall climbing. Some more parkour options.
Well-trained dog. Needs orders, that's all.
Alright, that's
and when he
over
outlives
20.
his purpose, we'll flatline him.
He's not on his A game, sure. But even without implants, he could decommission us easily.
Where's that come from? Ever seen him in action?
No, just no. From the way he walks, look in his eye.
We'll come back to this later.
What is this?
Hey, yakitori.
It's actually really good. I like yakitori.
Okay, I have laid the plan. 1. We break into Arasaka Industrial Park. 1.5. We hack Hanako-sama's float. 2. During the parade, with my help, you eliminate any snipers. 3. I get onto the float. 4. I convince Hanako-sama of the truth.
Forgot 5. Oda zeros us and pisses on our corpses. He won't ever be less than a foot away from Hanako.
Oda would not dare raise his hand against me.
What about me?
That is a different matter. I would advise you to watch your distance.
God, like, when I eat food in Cyberpunk 2077, I wish you could do more of it. It makes me hungry.
This your elaborate seppuku ritual?
What? Why?
As far as I can see, you're trying to get us killed. Really like to know why.
The risks are substantial, yes. But we have no choice. Hanako-sama is our only chance. You have nothing to lose, as I do. I see it in your eyes. Now, we part. Reconnaissance is required.
What are you doing? Don't let him off his leash. Let him stray even a couple of feet and you can say goodbye to his fucking honor.
You're a stranger in a strange land. I'm going with you.
True. And you with your hands, skills, mind of a thief. Agreed. This we will do together.
Can I eat my last piece?
Cook! Louder! Louder!
Yorinobu. In the flesh.
President Myers has called
He eliminated the last obstacle between himself and complete power.
They
Surrendered it to him.
Tell me then, what do we call the murder of my father? Was that not a provocation? Was that not a...
Arasaka, an empire built to last. Before Yorinobu set fire to it from the inside. All of this began with him. The factions, power struggles, all of this. Kusa!
I can finish this.
factions inside Arasaka? What are they?
There are 3. Kiji, Hato, and Taka. Kiji longs for stability. The old order. They are united behind Hanako-sama. The liberal wing, Hato, support Michiko-sama, Saburo's granddaughter. I know little about her. And then there is Taka, treacherous dogs who support Yorinobu. Not to mention even smaller factions.
Tell me about them some other time. Where's Yorinobu's rebellious streak come from?
No one knows this. Perhaps soon I shall ask him in person.
Why'd Saburo tolerate it all? Can't get my head around it. Could've kept his son on a short leash.
Arasaka-sama was a strong and disciplined man. The strongest man I have ever known. And yet, at a critical moment, he showed a weakness.
For Yorinobu.
For his daughter. When Yorinobu formed his band of hounds,
I'm gonna put
declared
this
war on his own family.
maybe right here.
Arasaka-sama could have crushed him with one word. Yet he did not. For he did not wish his daughter to suffer. When Yorinov returned, his tail between his legs, she persuaded her father to give him a second chance. Do you understand? Hanako-sama saved Yorinov from the consequences of his deeds.
I should probably put it a little bit further to the right. I'm trying to get this Cyberpunk 2077, like,
B?
kind of in this area. Got all these Dragon Age books. The World of Thetis Book 1 and 2. I think I'll put it right about in here then.
There's no time to waste, B.
Should allow me to put it in here. And lean it so it doesn't fall. Yeah, like that. And hopefully it's easy to see. I gotta put stuff in my background.
Feels like that's about to change. Long as we get Hanako to believe our version of events. Conscience could also come into play, assuming she's got one.
We must reach her first. Will you join me?
Sure, why not?
Let us go from here.
I hope you enjoyed it. Please come again.
Sawdust and plastic.
Now see, I believe on the Nintendo Switch, this right here would be a loading screen. Now I know this is a subtle loading screen, but it doesn't need to look like a loading screen.
I have found a good place to observe.
There are no loading screen bars, and if you do it right, you can make a loading screen just look like
We
a
must
transition.
just climb up here.
If it's long enough. I think most of the time loading screens are put in for, or the loading bar is put in for reasons of, hey,
Now,
just
this
letting you know
way.
your game hasn't crashed. It's actually loading. What is that up there? There's a soccer guard. Surprised he doesn't, like, hear that and then
Fortune smiles to
raise the
us.
alarm.
It seems no one is here today.
It's like a... Maelstrom might be hanging out here. You can actually take the stairs in this building and go all the way to the top, and then Takemura will take himself up there.
I would call this a beautiful view of the city, if there was anything to admire.
Hate Night City that much.
Perhaps I am simply homesick, as you say. Now, you must look for vulnerabilities, weaknesses, while I try to think of a diversion. Arasaka cannot discover our intentions. A bit of sabotage is just what we need to divert their attentions. You will have the best view on the left. I will try here. This old scope should be good for something. Shall we begin?
I keep forgetting to do this, so I'm working on these missions. So we're still on Gimme Danger.
B?
Go over the plan with Takemura.
Oh, can you run and grab us a pizza?
Take out the food? No. Just no. If I had time and ingredients, I would prepare some onigiri with cod, or with grilled salmon. No, even better, with umeboshi clams. Arasaka-sama's favorite appetizer. Simple, tasty, and filling. I found him chewing once. pride on his face. It was a protein bar.
Saburo Arasaka with a protein bar? Get out of here.
Like a true soldier. Okay, enough. Or we'll both grow hungry.
Let's do this. Antenna. Security hub's liable to be in that building.
For some reason, the scanning thing of this one's always messed up.
Perfect for sabotage.
Oh, wow.
Looks like a service tunnel by the road there.
It could lead to the warehouses.
Footbridge, but it's guarded.
We will use it to enter if there's no other way.
Transformer by the wall. See it?
I think that this is freezing time. So I gotta, like, come out of it so it'll talk, okay.
We should use it to step up. This is not bad.
Camouflage turrets by the gate.
A last resort. I do not wish to die there.
Pipes. See them?
We could use them to get inside.
Got eyes on the comm system. There's a lot of guards.
I could use comms for a diversion.
Think I've seen everything.
We have what we came for.
So, we going in?
Is this what you said before entering Konpeki Plaza? I wish to be certain we have not overlooked anything. We should wait and observe. If nothing out of the ordinary happens, then yes, we go in.
Sounds sensible. Better get comfy.
V.
What?
No sudden movements. Do you see it? That cat.
So? It's a cat like any other.
It is the first animal I see in Night City, except cockroaches, of course.
First it was birds, then dogs. Cats actually put up a fight longest.
Perhaps it is a Bakeneko.
A Bakeneko? What's that?
It is a cat spirit. It brings misfortune, can restore the dead back to life.
Feline ghost? Suppose anything's possible.
My grandmother knew many stories about Kitsune, Kappa, Bakeneko too.
Where'd you grow up, anyway?
I am from the slums of Chiba 11. Once when I was desperate to live there, bad memories washed away by time. I long only for the simple days of childhood.
Childhood memories. Let's see. Hopping buildings, running away from badges, iron tasted blood from a split lip.
I remember the chemical stench of the canal, where we boys washed our shirts. Corporate transporters sometimes passed through our slum. Arasaka selecting children. but only the clean ones.
Transporters, you say?
Armored and armed. Chiba 11 has the most murders in all Japan. It probably still has.
Let me guess. So they could turn them into Corpo soldiers?
Exactly. When they chose me, I felt I had won the lottery. In the army, I was given everything I lacked before: discipline, regular meals, and when I proved I was gifted, an education.
So how's a Corpo rookie go from cleaning latrines to being Saburo Arasaka's bodyguard?
The highest grades at the academy, service in the special forces, and Arasaka-sama's unmatched eye for talent.
You're not saying Saburo fell for you at first sight.
To make the right decisions with imperfect knowledge, that is how you become the world's most powerful man. 100 candidates standing at attention, and Arasaka-sama looked into each of our souls and chose the one who would serve him best.
And all you had to do in return was kill Saburo's enemies.
I sense that you judge me, and yet you have no right to. Unlike you and your friend Mr. Wells, I was not arrogant. I did not take the easy path.
Saying you got no dirt on your hands?
There are no clean hands, but it is important how they become dirty.
So spill. How'd you sully yours?
Arasaka gave me what no one else could. Values I could honor, live for. This was most important. You dirty your hands for money. I, in the name of principles.
Slaving away for a corp. Not exactly everybody's dream.
Oh yes, because thieving is so much more honorable.
At least I'm not fleecing this planet and its people in the name of profit margins.
Corporations need capital and resources to keep all in order. Who else is to rule? Corrupt governments? The masses attached to feeders? Cynics? Nihilists? Like you?
Come on, not everybody wants to change the world.
Sadly, this is true.
You already forget what happened at Tom's Diner? People hate corpse more than anything. Can't blame him either. Got some regrets, but clapping from Arasaka ain't one of them.
Sometimes I wish to become a nomad, to leave this world, forget everything.
Nomads aren't lone wolves with egos. Whether they're blood or not, family comes first.
Yes, but we need not quibble over details. Do you know what I think?
What's that?
That day in Konpeki, we both have lost someone important. And we are not at peace with this, so we seek conflict, argue eagerly.
Finally starting to make some sense.
There's one thing you should know. It is about Mr. Wells.
About Jack? What is it?
When I set out to find you, others went to find Jackie. They took his body.
For the life of me, can't figure why. So his mom couldn't give him a proper send-off?
Arasaka has a method for pulling information from the dead.
What are you talking about?
Don't ask for details. I understand little. I know they use the Soul Killer program to do so. They can pull an engram from Wells' body. Damaged, incomplete, but still an engram.
Motherfuckers. Evil.
Jackie's psyche. Where are they keeping it?
This, I do not know.
Why am I only hearing this now?
I did not know I could trust you. The circumstances have changed.
The Bakaneko got sick of us, looks like.
It will find its own way. As will we. I think it is time to do something,
Oh, fuck, getting worse.
You do not look so bad.
Return to street level. Got any lines while we're riding this elevator? Takemura? Guess not.
I'll be in touch. The divergent reaction, that is mine to do.
Alright, break into Arasaka Industrial Park. Alright, so that's the next mission there. Alright, let's check our stream time. I'm gonna do like 1 hour spurts. Get snacks, come back, do more. That way these are consumable. See, we got feet going through the ground over here, or stay on the other side of the curb. Okay. Let's check our contacts. Who we're gonna sew me? Songbird. See if she says anything. Nothing. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about Cyberpunk 2077 is the contacts that you make, as friendly as they are with you or not, they rarely ever answer the phone unless it's a mission requirement. But there's a couple, like the fixers like Dakota will answer and then have the same like lines of conversation. So there's not a lot of fun to be had with the phone calls. So that's something I hope Orion works on. That's where I feel procedurally generated conversations with NPCs. I mean, I don't see why that would be. There's no opposition to it, I think, especially for video games. I mean, you get the actors to give their voice, you pay them accordingly, saying that there's a way to do it. Like, you can use your likeness or have the rights to use your likeness the rights to use your voice to a certain degree, right? There's always
I'm sending the
limitations.
coordinates of a vehicle that went dark near to where you are now.
Thanks, I'll try to find it and reset.
I'm just going to do a little bit of looting here. And then I'll go ahead and end stream here in a couple minutes. I think this is the location of a vehicle that we could steal. Or one of our fixtures would give us locations too. I want this to be my house. I want this to be an apartment right here. Yeah. Check out these digs. Heck yeah. I'll take it. Alright, let's go into V. Pose. I just need to lay down there. We'll rotate. Actually, we'll rotate all the way around. And we'll turn off the collision. Turn off the focus. Pull out here. Can we get a good angle here? Yeah, great spot. Bam. Screenshot. But it's going to include me. Alright, screenshot saved. I don't know if it's going to save this part, but I mean, who knows. Yeah, this is a good spot. Got a little bit of rain. Could live there. Oh, look at these twins. They never really did fix the system for
Get an honest job.
telling the procedurally generated system to not put the same characters right next to each other.
On site!
Yes, I heard! You have to be quiet!
Things didn't go exactly as planned.
I will try to distract you! You run to the front!
Play the cocksucker.
Okay, I'm in.
Find the largest target. They are controlled from inside. That tech, it could be an ordinary terminal.
Gotcha. How's things at your end?
Good. I will reach the control room and make a terrible mess. Very well. I am ready.
I'm gonna get shot to death. I already did get shot to death. Alright, that was a quick sprint. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. Those that stopped by and lurked, those that are watching this in syndication. I probably should have put like specific chapters or episodes on this as we get closer to the launch of 2.3. But I'll be back multiple times, frequently throughout the month, through the rest of this month, and through all of July, playing Cyberpunk, talking about Cyberpunk, sharing my thoughts on Cyberpunk, and I hope everybody else comes by and does the same thing, shares their ideas, and just has a good discussion. And I'll be out there hanging out at other people's streams that are doing Cyberpunk and having conversations about it. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you again very, very soon. All right. Bye.